thank you to Rory and to Michael for that match commentary there. No goals in this one, so it's a point apiece for St Mirren and for Hibernian. Charlie and Alan have been watching the game alongside me. Alan, no goals. Charlie, you get your prediction spot on, not the right scoreline, but you got the draw. How did you feel that second half unfolded from St Mirren and Hibs' point of view?
It was a bit more end to end. Hibs managed to get up the pitch a lot more than they did the first half, but never offered enough in front of goal. I think that they have to have that quality in the final third. They had one shot on target and it was offside. They had a potential penalty. Obviously it never was, and it never was a penalty, but they never offered it in the final third. St Mirren defended well, Gogic done well, Bushiri was brilliant for Hibs, and there just wasn't enough in the final third for both teams.
When you look at the stats as well, Alan, you know, St Mirren 14 shots, 6 on target. No shots on target from Hibs' perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I didn't expect coming into this game, especially with the confidence that this Hibernian team have got at this moment in time. I just feel that they were pushed back in wider areas, and I think that's where a lot of their quality comes from. Like Nicky Cadd and Chris Cadd on either side getting balls into the box, and then you've got willing runners. Look, I think the pitch played its part. I mean, you think Boyle, he likes to get on the shoulder of people, get in behind, balls to feet, spinning it round the corner. They were kind of unable to do that today.
And when Hibs play with two strikers, so they didn't have any width because the wing-backs couldn't get high enough the pitch. They play with two strikers and a 10, and the two strikers are picked up with three centre-backs, so Gogic is kind of the spare centre-back and just sweeps everything up and reads the play, and yeah, they dealt with that really well, St Mirren.
Well, there you have it. That's how it's unfolded here in Paisley. No goals in this one. So as I said, it's a point apiece, and this is how the Premiership table looks after this weekend's round of fixtures. St Mirren could have gone level with Hibs on points, but as it happens, they do move from 9th up to 6th place, and Hibernian stay there in 5th behind Dundee United. Well, there was plenty of endeavour, but that save there from Jordan Smith kept the scoreline at 0-0. St Mirren couldn't find the breakthrough. We'll get some reaction and analysis next. Welcome back, where Hibs have extended their unbeaten run to 12 games. It was a goalless draw here against St Mirren. We're now joined by player of the match, Rocky Bushiri. Rocky, congratulations on being named player of the match. Alan's got the award for you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your performance. How was that out there? Was it a hard battle for you today?
Yeah, a tough battle, but like we were prepared. The gaffer prepared us the whole week. Like about the physicality that we will have to face today, and physicality is also part of my game, of my strength, so I kind of enjoy it as well. So yeah, 3rd clean sheet in a row, so good for everyone.
Rocky, I was going to say to you, it was a very physical battle against Mandron and Olasanya. Do you feel that brings out the best in your game when it is physical?
I mean, yeah, because it's kind of, they want to test me on my strength, so it's also good for me to show, like, I want to be above you guys. So yeah, for me, it's good.
Before the game, Rocky, I spoke you up and I says how good you've done since you've come into the team and how good the results have turned. So you've made me look like I know what I'm talking about, and I don't.
Yeah.
But no, a brilliant performance for yourself, and you bring so much quality to that defence. You showed some pace today. We spoke about it, didn't we? Some of the speed you showed over the top. Olasanya's obviously a quick player, and you managed to read the game and get there before him.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at me, there's also, like, when you look at me, you won't say that I'm fast, but once I get going, I know I'm fast.
That was the same as me.
No, it wasn't the same as him.
I was the opposite. I get slower as I went. I seen a couple of your dives the second half as well. You were a
Dives?
bit, yeah, a couple of rolling about. I thought you were off. At one point.
No, we can
Oh, so it is. Aye, sorry, apologies.
Oh my goodness, yeah, now there's the evidence.
Yeah.
You know, but just when it comes to your own performances, Rocky, have you done any differently? What's been behind this run of form for you personally and the team?
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes when you don't play, it's also an opportunity to work on your game, do some different analysis of the game, and you work in secret a bit, and so you're ready when you can go again.
Perfect.
And what about your future? There's a lot of talk about the contract situation. Are you putting that to one side? Are you managing to not think about that at the moment, or is it something that's in the front of your mind?
No, of course, like you think a bit about it because it's a couple of months away, and there is loads of things about moving houses, etc. So, but I try to stay focused, like 12 games unbeaten. So you don't want to mess your head with different stuff. And when I feel it's the moment to speak about it, I will for sure do it.
Would you like to stay at Hibs? Is it in your mind, or do you have other things?
Of course. So we will see.
Yeah, you were impressed with Charlie, weren't you, today with the performance? We spoke about it at half time, about how the wing backs played, but just how Rocky was able to manage that back line.
Yeah, in the centre of back three. I mean, I used to enjoy playing there if ever I played in there, and I thought it suits you perfectly. You read the game well, and you used your speed to deal with Mandron and Olisanya, because we said before the game I wouldn't fancy playing against them, especially if there is space behind. But a couple of times there was spaces in behind, and you dealt with it brilliantly with your pace. So I thought you done really well, and yeah, well done, your man of the match.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's a big game next week as well. We'll be back with Hibs on Premier Sports. You've got Celtic at home, but is the confidence there within the team to try and put together another positive result?
Yeah, I mean, confidence is there. Like, also it shows on the results and on the third clean sheet. That means, we trust each other defensively, and from there we can attack. So.
And the goalie's been doing great, hasn't he,
Yeah.
Jordan Smith, since he came in?
Yeah. Very happy for Jordan. Help a lot. So. Let's go.
Well, there you go. Well, congratulations again on your player of the match.
You.
Rocky, and thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank
you.
See you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
See you later. Bye. Da. Who's it for? There we go. It's in safe hands now. But fair play to him, Alan. I mean, Charlie's already given himself a pat on the back for picking out Rocky before this one.
That's
but
the second time, by the way, because he said he got the score right, which he didn't, and we've given him that. But we'll let him away with that one.
But you know what? Rocky Bushiri's had his critics, hasn't he? Individual errors have ultimately been costly in the past, but shows perhaps a strength of character for him to go and put out performances like that.
Yeah, look, I like the way he spoke there. Look, it is a good opportunity. It's how you take it when you're not in the team. You can throw your toys out the pram, or you can go and work hard and analyse your own performance and come back better. That sounds like exactly what he's done. And you're always going to have critics out there. You can't please everyone. But by coming into the games like he has done, playing at a high level consistently, and then putting on performances like that, that's how you win everybody over.
I think also when you've got 6 months left in your contract,
Always helps to be playing like that.
you need to be. You know it's now or never, because you have to. People are looking at you and judging you all the time. Can you get a new contract at Hibs, or can you earn a contract somewhere else? So he knows he needs to step up, and fair play him. He's doing it.
Yeah, well, we'll get more reaction from both locker rooms very, very shortly. But let's have a look at how the match unfolded, because Hibs actually ended the game with 10 players. Alassane Mane came on for his debut. He's their only January signing, and 2 yellow cards. I mean, what did you make of the yellow cards? Given that this is his first taste of Scottish
football. The first
football.
one, like, he was on a couple of minutes, and you think he's not played a lot of football. David Gray spoke about he had to go through a mini pre-season, so he's maybe not up to speed. This for me is definitely not a yellow card.
No, first one's a yellow card, second one's not. It's a challenge in there. 2 players coming together. It's come in behind them. It's not a yellow card.
I just think if you're giving yellow cards for that, like, you need to use your arms to jump. And if you're giving yellow cards every single time consistently, because that's what you're looking for that, I think you'd be giving out so many.
Well, think about the amount of corners and set pieces there would be with people coming together. There'd be a million yellow cards. You can't give yellow cards for that.
You have some sympathy with him for that. His first taste of Scottish football, yeah.
He wants to come in and impress, and he's trying to get about it. He's not played in probably a number of weeks with the break that he's had. So to come in, he wants to show everybody what he's got. And then that happens. It's just.
And VAR can't get involved in that because it's 2 yellow cards. It's not a straight red card. So Mane was sent off after just a matter of minutes on the pitch. We touched on the Hibs goalkeeper as well, Jordan Smith. And how about this for a double save to deny Olisanya and then O'Hara? It was top drawer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, you're looking for that little bit of brilliance. Sometimes your goalie, he needs to stand up and be counted there. Look how quickly he gets up. That's the most impressive thing. Then he spreads himself well. O'Hara gets a good contact on the ball, and that just shows you the standard that he's playing at this moment in time. Brilliant save.
Yeah, 2 great saves. I mean, it's one of the seldom times in the game where there's that space in behind Hibs, and they get caught a wee bit. Even Rocky there gets Gets caught on the wrong side, great save, and then he got up and got across that. 'Cause that's a good, that's in the net. You're saying great finish for O'Hara because it is on target. It is, it has hit it with power, but the keeper's got across brilliantly. What a great save!
Yeah, he certainly doesn't. You see O'Hara's reaction there, just wishing that he'd been able to do better. Well, there was no goals to tell you about, but it was an eventful game. We've already had the red card, and now there was a penalty awarded to Hibs. And I mean, you called this straight away, didn't you? It was unsurprisingly overturned when you see this replay.
Yeah, it was overturned. It hits him right in the face, to be fair. The only thing I can say is, look, where the referee is at this moment in time, when it's headed, you can't actually see, and he's kind of guessing then, for me, because it hits him right in the face.
To be fair, the hand is up, so if you look at his left hand here, it's up in the air, it's hit his face, so it's happened so quick, the ref just can't.
But I think he thinks it's the other one though, Charlie, the one with the bandage on it. He thinks it's hit that one. So from the angle that the referee's at, there's no way he could have seen it anyway. I think it's a little bit of a guess, but rightly overturned.
That's where VAR steps in.
I was going to say, we'll give VAR credit.
He gets a lost neck.
So that's given if it wasn't there.
Exactly, can you imagine that?
You in the face.
It's what it does its job, so it's...
Yeah, so VAR doing its job there. We'll give it credit where it's due. The best of the first half chances fell to Warren O'Hara of Hibs. And again, this was a great ball in. And maybe should he have done better with this one?
Yeah, he's got to score. Simple as that. It's an actual perfect ball right on that 6-yard line. Perfect height, just jump and just nod it in the net.
I mean, it was a laser cross. I mean, right on the money. You're just looking for a good connection, which he actually gets. It's just slightly off target. I mean, the other side, and it's a perfect set play, but just wasn't to be.
Yeah, it wasn't to be. So the game ended goalless, so a point apiece for both St Mirren and Hibs. Who is the happier manager? Stephen Robinson there, just directing his players, or will it be David Gray? Either way, we'll be hearing from both camps next. Welcome back to Paisley, where Hibs have extended their unbeaten run to 12 matches now. Let's get the thoughts of their manager. David Gray is with Connie.
David, not a classic necessarily, but was it an opportunity missed or a good point for you guys?
I think in the end it's a good point because we were by no means at our best at all. You know, I thought it was quite a poor game. There was no real quality in the game. But one thing I do think we've done is we found a way to not get beat, because I think we've played a lot better this season and lost games. And then when you look at how the game actually went, ending up going down to 10 men towards the end and showing that resilience to make sure we didn't lose the game. But as I say, I don't think we really deserve to get anything more than a point out of the game by the way the game went. We'll have to rely on the goalkeeper, makes a really good save. Jordan makes a big save, and then I think this tells you a lot when Rocky Bushiri gets man of the match, and rightly so. I thought he was outstanding for the defensive effort he put in, but as a team I thought defensively we were good, but didn't carry enough of a threat really to go and win the game.
Going back to that red card, I don't know if you've had a chance to see it back yet. It's maybe not a question of was it a red card, it's maybe the question is was it a second yellow? What's your thoughts on that?
I think the big frustration with that is the fact that nothing can be done now. It's the fact it's 2 yellows, it can't be then checked. I don't believe it's a red card or second yellow. I think he just competes and goes for the ball, so I don't believe that is a second yellow. Red card, a foul would have been more than just enough. I think then, when I think back to he just came on the pitch and his first tackle of the game, he gets a yellow card. But listen, there was a lot of decisions in the game that I don't think I agree with. But I'm not going to stand here and blame the referee for the outcome of the game, because I don't actually think we've done enough. But I think I'd like to praise the players for the character and the resilience to make sure we came out here at least a point.
That resilience aside, what does it tell you when you look at the stats? I don't think there was a shot on target in the whole 90 minutes for you guys, which has probably been quite unusual given where you've been. What does it tell you about what needs to happen in sort of development points, I guess?
I think, as I just touched on there, it highlights what I'm just saying there, which is we didn't do enough to go and win the game. I think defensively we were good. I thought it was a real scrappy game with a real lack of quality. I thought some moments in the first half when we did show a little bit of quality and we did put a bit of composure and a couple of passes together, we did create chances. There just wasn't enough of it on the day, and I think we got sucked into playing a bit too direct too quickly and turned it into too much of a fight, which doesn't suit the way we play. It's not the way we like to play, but as I say, we managed to come out of here with a point, which is a big point when we consider where we are in the league, and it's a point closer to where we need to be.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
David Gray there with Connie. And it's interesting, we spoke about that, didn't we, at half-time, about being sucked into playing too direct, and it goes exactly to the point you made about just the way St Mirren's wing-backs were pressing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I think it was, because St Mirren forced them back with their wing-backs high by having a couple of controlled 3 or 4 passes. It then allows you to push your wing-backs on. That push Hibs wing-backs back, and then you've got 5 stuck back, and it's hard to then get the width and get up the pitch. You're then playing up to 2 strikers who've got up against 3 centre halves who lock them in, and then it's really hard to then get out of that rut, and that's why for 30 minutes the first half St Mirren spent it in Hibs' half.
Yeah, you can see why David Graythill's happy with the point. Do you feel he's probably the happier of the two?
I would say so. I think when you look at the run that they've been on come here, and he said it's not their best performance, but you take what you can from it, you move on. I think from St Mirren's point of view, I don't think Stephen Robinson will be as happy, especially with the games that are coming up.
Oh, it's funny you say that, because we can find out right now, because Stephen Robinson is now with Connie.
Stephen, I'm not sure that match is going to win any awards necessarily, but that point puts you back in the top 6. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I said before the game, any St Mirren manager in the last 40 years that's in the top 6 now with 7 games to go is, we have to be pleased with that. We're disappointed. We thought we could have won. We had a couple of good chances. Thought we dominated the first half. The game, not helped by the pitch, to be fair to both teams, turns into a real scrappy affair in the second half. But we haven't done enough as grind out results and grind out draws. They didn't look like scoring. I don't think we looked like scoring at the end either, if I'm being honest. But as you said, it takes us into the top 6. It gives us something to build on. And there's good aspects of the performance. We just lack someone that's going to finish a game off for us sometimes. And that's always been the issue at lower clubs. We have to keep working on that and keep trying to get better at that.
Yeah, on that point, the issue with scoring has been sort of an ongoing one, but creating chances certainly again today proves that that's not a problem for you. So how do you sort of translate that into goals? Yeah,
sometimes a little bit of luck as well is nice. We haven't had that in terms of our finishing, but yeah, we have to be more clinical. I think the league table look a lot different everywhere, but a lot of good points. Our build-up play is good at times. We look organised, we press really aggressively. So there's good points. We have to remember that we're St Mirren. We can't sign a £1 million striker. We'd love to. If anybody wants to give us that, we'd be delighted. But the boys, we're getting everything from the players. They give me everything every time they go on the pitch, and they'll get absolutely no criticism from me. We've put ourselves in a really good position again, and hopefully we can build on that.
Just a final one. It looked like a nasty one for the goalkeeper. How is Zach after that?
Yeah, he's had a tough time of it lately. He broke his nose a couple of weeks ago. He was with my son holding placards up at the Dodds as well.
I wasn't going to mention that, but yeah.
But no, he's okay. He's okay. We wouldn't have left him on the pitch, to be fair, if he wasn't. So
maybe you moved the post over a little bit just after that.
Yeah, it was me that done it. Yeah. No, a little bit of banter, but no, Zach's been brilliant for me since he came in. The fact that we're not conceding as many from set plays now is down to him and the organisation. And there's a lot of good points. A scrappy first, second half, but we haven't drawn enough games, so we'll take that.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Connie.
Good to see that Stephen Robinson seeing the humour in that placard at the Darts, although it was all done in good fun, of course. But yeah, he wasn't too disgruntled with that. Again, just going back to the goal scoring, I guess the fact they're creating chances, is that half the battle? It's just a case of maybe a bit of luck then transfers that into goals?
Yeah, I think that it's a worry when you're not creating opportunities. So the fact that they are, some big saves, of course, within the game, but that will hopefully lead to goals. I spoke earlier on about the Aberdeen game and how they played forward quickly and created opportunities and got the goals. So they'll be looking for more of that, of course, in the upcoming fixtures. But yes, it's good that they're in the top 6 with a point today, but some really big games coming up. 2 away against Rangers and Hearts, and then you've got Celtic at home. So it's a difficult period, but they'll fight through it.
For them to be bidding, though, to finish in the top 6 for a 3rd consecutive season is a remarkable achievement for St Mirren, and testimony really to the job that Stephen Robinson's doing here. Yeah,
Stephen Robinson's doing a great job. It is a testament to how well he's done and how well the expectations now jumped up because he has done so well. He's done brilliantly. And
that's what happens, isn't it? You're a victim of your own success a little bit, yeah.
Exactly. If they keep playing like that and creating chances, they'll be fine.
Well, thank you very much for the time being, guys. Let's have a reminder then, just a rundown of how the Scottish Premiership unfolded over the course of this weekend. Celtic winning 3-0 against Dundee United yesterday. Aberdeen ending that dismal run in the league by getting a valuable victory at Dundee. Kilmarnock beating St Johnstone by 3-1, and Ross County going to Fir Park and putting 3 goals past Motherwell. And then today's fixtures, Rangers winning 3-1 at Tynecastle and goalless here in this one at St Mirren. And this is how the table looks. Celtic had extended their lead to 16 points. That's now been reduced back down to 13. Aberdeen into 3rd, and you can see there Hibernian and St Mirren move into the top 6. Kilmarnock were top 6, but they've dropped down to 7th. And this is what we've got coming up for you on our channels as well. We've got Real Betis against Real Sociedad tonight from 8 p.m. on Premier Sports 2. So La Liga action there. And next weekend, as we've just been discussing, Hibernian against Celtic. We'll bring you that on Saturday from midday. Well, thank you once again for your company, gentlemen. Good luck next weekend with Kelty Charlie. And thank you for watching. No goals to tell you about, but a point apiece here for St Mirren and Hibernian. Have a good evening.